Hello everyone. So there's this report, Sahara Reporters, that came out yesterday about gunmen abduct medical doctor's son. Scores of people in Benue traveling for Christmas demand 50 million ransom. And the first thing I thought is that, okay, is government going to pay 50% of this ransom or 100% of the ransom? You know, in the whole why this whole conversation about reduction in prices in terms of transport fare that had been done, and Tinubu's legitimate government going ahead to say they've reduced 50%. That was one of the things I thought about. I almost wanted to either do a video or tweet about where like let it know. Sometimes you don't want to say something out loud so that it doesn't end up happening. You like praying to God that everybody will go safely and come back and not have any incidents of kidnapping, because the main real issue at one time I even wanted to say to people, don't go and say because they said a 50% reduction or free train, you now go and join road, because kidnapping is real. These are main issues that people should be talking about. A lot of people can't travel because of all of this. And then there are people who feel like, okay, they can dare it, or they feel it won't happen to them, one thing or the other. Now they are demanding for 50 million naira ransom. People have been kidnapped, and you know how so inhumane, how evil these kidnappers and whatever can be. What they like, recently we had some group of people who were kidnapped, a musician and their band. I think they were kidnapped on the 17th. They got released on the 22nd or thereabout. And if you see them, you would think that they spent 10 years in captivity. They couldn't even walk. I'm sure they were beating them. They do all sorts of atrocities to the people that are kidnapped. Now we have this now. So what is Tinubu saying about this? People's lives have been endangered. People are there celebrating the fact that, oh, they've given them 50%, when some years ago, that 50% that it's now, you could have used it to even fly, not to be using it on road transport. They've impoverished the people, they've destroyed everything, they've increased the insecurity, not doing anything about it, and then they will now come and tell you, oh, they've given you this crumb, and some people will be jumping up and down. So what's going to happen to these people that have been kidnapped right now? Or they're going to be left to their families for them to now be running around looking for how much they're going to put together to pay as ransom. And this kidnapping, it's been going on. It's so serious. It's just that many people no longer talk about it. It's really crazy. People think, I don't know, yesterday's victims were once survivors, today's victims were yesterday's survivors, and tomorrow's victims will be today's survivor. The question I always ask, who is next? By the way, being a victim in Nigeria is no longer a matter of if, it's a matter of when. We are all victims waiting to happen. The victim card is going around. Some people will say, oh, God forbid it happens to them. Even the people that recently became victims, they once said, God forbid. And it didn't stop that from happening. God will not do for us what he has given us the capacity for us to do for ourselves. We must help ourselves before God will help us. Isn't it where they say that faith without works is dead?